Oh hi. Welcome to my show. How are all of you motherfuckers doing? Did any of you sub to my Patreon? No? What the fuck? Broadcast retards? I should kick all of your fucking asses right now.
We're not doing that again.
Oh come on, Arbiter.
If we're going to do this, we're not going to beg people to pay for the Patreon.
Go fuck a duck.
I mean it.
Ugh. Fuck whatever.
Hey there guys, and welcome back to our little show. It's been a bit since we did one of these, so allow us to introduce ourselves. We're your hosts, the Arbiter and Master Chief.
Excuse me, but I'm Ghost. Remember, Arbiter? Remember. Lol.
Shut up.
No you.
Anyway, for those of you new to Hypernews, allow me to explain what this is. In this show we'll be using the complex method of time travel to go back in time to the years many consider to be the golden age of gaming and take a look at some old classic games from consoles such as the Nintendo 64 and GameCube. Or at least in this case here, Chief's incredibly in-depth reviews of them. Trust me, he did a great job with Ocarina of Time and GoldenEye 64.
But hold on 1 second there, Buster.
What is it, Chief?
How can we go back in times and play all those shitty games if we has no time machines?
Chief raises a good question. If you haven't seen our old Hypermail episodes, our old set, as well as our old time machine, were unfortunately damaged beyond repair due to Chief putting them in the closet at an angle.
Which I told you for the zillion fucking times I put it in straight.
Yeah, straight in at an angle.
Fuck off.
Anyway, thanks to our brilliant scientist Shockwave and the rest of the new Hypernews team, we've managed to construct a new time machine that is much more advanced than our old one. We call it the Time Gate 2000.
We did. Since fucking when?
So how is this Time Gate an improvement over our old time machine? Well, it allows us more pinpoint accuracy to the time periods we want to go to, as well as bring you all along with us. No eye contact needed. Very complex stuff that would take forever to explain. I know it doesn't look like it, but trust me, it's some of the most advanced technology in existence.
And all we needs is your credit cards, numbers, social securities, mother's maiden names, and your favorite TV show when you were a kid.
Quiet. Is the time gate set to the past?
Which one is the past again? Top or bottom?
For fuck's sake. Get in the machine. I'll do it.
The space in here is tighter than your mom.
It'll just be for a few seconds, Chief. Ready as spaghetti?
Ready.
Then let's activate.
Yes!
Everyone come through.
That was longer than a few seconds ass face.
Looks like it was a successful test. Welcome back to Hypernews. So a bit of a change this time around. We decided to jump ahead a little bit to the era of the famous Nintendo GameCube. This time my co-host Master Chief will be reviewing...
Host, please stop forgetting K. I'm the only host. You're like the fucking sidekicks. I'm Batwing and you're Robin. And right now you're robbing all the attentions. Don't make me beat your ass. Repart.
As I was saying, Chief will be reviewing a game voted by everyone in the Discord. Not to mention one of the GameCube's most critically acclaimed and popular video games.
Which you're a fucking retard if you actually like this piece of shit games. Like holy fuck, it's so fucking bad.
As usual, if you'd prefer to leave your childhood intact, please click off the video immediately.
Or you could just watch my fucking reviews and has your eyes open to the actual truths. You want the truths, Arbiter? You can't handle the truths.
Also a reminder, what Chief says isn't the truth. It's his own dumb opinion.
You're just mad because your favorite games are trash. Anyway, on to the review, motherfuckers. So let me start off with saying that the Nintendorks finally made a controller that actually isn't complete bullshit. Good job, Nintendo. Here's a fucking participations awards. The problems? It's pretty much just a shitty kiddie ripoff of the Xbox controllers with less buttons. Look at this shit. It looks like a fucking Playmobil. But hopefully the games at least works well with the controller schemes, right? Hold on to your butts. Right off the bat, the games is written a check its ass can't cash. It's pretending to be cool and shit with this techno syndrome music bullshit. Listen to how fucking trash this music is. At least in Halo you have like fucking choirs and shit to show how epic it is, right? This sounds like they tossed a fucking xylophone in a blender and turned it on. Also, what the fuck is this title? Metroid Prime? Is this a fucking Metroid games or a Transmorphers game? The Nintendo Cups must wanna get sued by Hasbro or some shit. The menus is probably even worse than Zelda and Golden Eyes. All you can does is start or load the champagne or connected your account to a shittier games. Seriously, who the fuck wants to play a fucking Game Boy or NES game? And isn't NES that little shit from stupid Smash Brothers? You pedestrians really wanna fucking play with a little kid? I'm looking at you, Nintendo. Fucking predators. Oh, and if you connect your accounts you get access to the armor you has in Metroid Fusion. This actually looks fucking worse than the costumes Metroid already has. Looks like a fucking grunt from Halo shit blood all over Metroid's armor. Looks retarded. And also there's an image gallery, but for whatever reasons you can't access it. Such a wide variety of contents, right? Can't even fucking put in a multiplayer in a fucking first person shooters. Fucking embarrassing. I mean, you eventually gets one in the DS versions, but handhelds are fucking trash. Wanna play a fucking handheld game, go play mobile games. Anyway, on to the actual games. Right off the fucking bat you'll notice Nintendo still hasn't learned their lessons about not using texts. Seriously, Nintendo, what the fuck does you has against illegible peoples? Fucking racists. And this isn't just here, there's so much fucking text in this game. Like more than Zelda and the Golden Eyes combined. Developers. Listen closely to what I am about to says. I don't fucking play games to read. If I wanna read, I'll fucking read a book. Dumbasses. Stop with this lore bullshit. No one gives a fuck. Anyway, in literally the first frame of the games you can see how trash the graphics are.
That's literally just a space skybox. Halo had the exact same thing.
Shut up, Arbiter. Anyway, at this point you'll notice that the music still won't shut the fuck up. And even worse, this time it rips off Halo and adds in a bigger choir. Nintendo, I seriously actually hope that Bungie sues your asses. Anyway, this cutscene literally takes fucking forever, and I could probably own Halo Infinity Wards and get all the armors and coatings and be fucking prestige by the time this piece of shit ends. The graphics are slightly better than the 6.4s, but that's like saying a shit bar with ice cream on top tasted better than a shit bar without it. It's still fucking shit.
Are you trolling? These graphics kick the original Halo's ass and it came out the year after. Hell, it's better than Halo 2's graphics too.
You fucking take that back.
I'll fucking die on that hill.
Shut up, you know nothing about graphics, Arbiter. Finally, after 5 fucking hours you get to play as Samwise. Or as close to playing as you can with how fucking trash these controls are. Much like Golden Eyes, you has to move one of the sticks to look around and shoots. However, you can't look up or down like in other games. Here you has to lock on or stand in place to aim that shit. How fucking retarded is that? Oh, but you know what's even worse? At least the 6.4s had the excuses that the controllers had only one sticks. This controllers has fucking 2. Except the yellow stick here is used to switch your gun mode, so you can't use it to look up and down. What the actual fuck, Nintendo? You mean I either gotta stand in place or fucking lock on every single times? Seriously, fuck you, Nintendo. Also, there's this scanning features that you have that allows you to open up doors and shit, but half of the fucking time they're just repeated logs. Also, I should mention none of the cutscenes in the games are skippable and are usually boring as fuck. So if you die during a boss you gotta watch the cutscene all over again, and it just fucking pads out the runtime for an already slow as fuck games. At least you can turns into a ball in the game and goes faster with it, but it's useless half of the fucking time considering there's a fuck ton of jumping later in the games. Also, the game sometimes helps you out, but at other times it's a fucking asshole. Like here, I tries to open the door with my guns but it doesn't wanna fucking open. I only learned like a fucking hour later that you has to go back and scan another piece of shit objective to opens it. How about a fucking waypoint or objectives tracker, Nintendo? Oh, and that's another problem. The game never fucking tells you where to go half of the times or what the fuck to do, so a lot of the game is just you guessing where to go and you end up getting fucking lost half of the times. And other times when it does tells you where to go it's like 3,000 miles away. Way to fucking pad out the fucking game, Nintendo. Fucking assholes. Also, this game has a rocket launcher in it, but for whatever reasons they didn't make it unlimited, which means it's super easy to run out of rockets. But they does more damages to enemies, which makes the games shorter, so it's something I guess. But most of the time you're just spamming your main guns. Anyway, as you goes through the Orson Welles fridge, you eventually gets to your first boss when the Parasite Queen finally leaves the kitchen to protect all of her kids. Don't even get me started on how fucking retarded this boss is. It's super fucking hard and is literally actually impossible to fight. Her attacks can go through the shields, but for some reason your weapons can't. Really, Nintendo? What the fucking logic is that? Also, the lower health she has, the more times she tries to kill you with her onion breath, which makes it harder to stand and aim with your guns to kill her. Fuck. Oh, and guess what happens after that? I start at the fucking beginning cutscenes again. What the fuck, Nintendo? Am I supposed to play through the whole fucking games without dying? Actually, there's a room you can go into before you fight the bosses to save your games and get all your healths back. Gee, would have been really great to have that fucking heads up ahead of time.
It's also worth noting you would known it was there and you actually went to the mat room.
How the fuck was I supposed to know about that?
Maybe the cutscene showing where it was.
Or they could just done an autosave feature like Combat Revolved.
This is Metroid, not Halo.
Fucking exactly. So finally, after you spend fucking forever fighting this gay-ass boss, you finally kill it and the entire station starts blowing up for whatever reason. You got like a couple of minutes to get the fuck out of Dodge, so you gotta move your ass. Eventually there's another cutscene that wastes more time and shows the main villains of the story's Daisy Ridley. Gee, she really let herself go after Rise of Skywalker, right? Lol. Anyway, Daisy Ridley screeches at you because it's that time of the month before she flies out like a Mary Sue and you chase after her. But you thought the game was hard at this point. Guess what happens next? Really, Nintendo? The game was already fucking hard enough, but you decided to fucking nerf me and take away all my cool shit, and for whatever reasons Metroid can't fucking track Daisy Ridley and loses her. Wow, you suck. At this point Sam Fisher should go back to Earth and fix his shit, but the dumbass decided to went to the goddamn planet instead without all his guns. Once you get to the planet Yavin 4, you have to go find your equipment, which for whatever reason is scattered on the planet in the most random fucking places. They doesn't even explain why they are here, they just are. Also, for a lot of your guns you have to fight some retarded boss just so you can go to a new area on the other side of the maps. Also, that's one other thing I wanted to mention. Samson just kills all the fucking animals here that are just protecting their homes and you fucking have to murder them all. Why the fuck hasn't Pet gone after Nintendo's yet? Apparently all animals have rights except these ones, right? Anyway, most of the game is either this shit or backtracing. Fight enemies, backtrace, fight a lame ass boss, find guns, go to new area, backtrace again, it goes on and on. It's seriously fucking boring, with each new areas being a fucking bitch to get through because I don't know where the fuck to go and half of the enemies are fucking shitheads. Nintendo really just made a giant fucking maze. Great game design, really pushing the boundaries, and what doesn't help is most of the music is fucking shit. Listen to how fucking boring this boss theme is. Also, the boss names are really fucking dumb. Flagra, more like Agra. Shigoth, more like Shitgoth. Thardas, more like Retardas. Raffle.
Oh hey, looks like it's that time again to answer some Hypermail.
Fucking finally. I was getting fucking bored of this fucking game.
Wow, look at all that Hypermail. We have a lot to catch up on, don't we?
There isn't even anything on these.
There's so much I think we may need a bit of help to answer them all. And in the spirit of the game Chief is reviewing, I would like to introduce a good friend of mine. Please give a warm welcome to my good friend, Samus Aran.
Wait, what the fuck?
Hey guys!
Hey Samus, thanks for taking time from fighting Mother Brain Ridley and the Space Pirates to come hang out and answer some Hypermail with us.
The fuck?
Of course! Thanks for having me.
As usual, we want to thank everyone who sent messages to our inbox as well as in the Discord. As a matter of fact, we got a couple for you specifically, Samus. Here's one of them. Our first Hypermail is from Jojo the Meme Dealer. Hello there, Samus. Considering that you have a natural voice compared to Arby and the Chief's text-to-speech voices, do you try blending in with human society online?
Oh, I have a natural voice, thanks. Sometimes I do, but I don't really play a lot of games online unless they are for social reasons. I've never really been a huge fan of competitive gaming. Most of the time I'm helping Iron Man with something, watching a movie, or playing a game offline, usually single player.
Jesus H. Christ, another filthy fucking casual. You two should fucking make out already.
Anyway, thanks for the hypermail, Jojo.
Our next hypermails is from Boo Destroyer. Fuck, another one for serious Samus. Dear Samus, what are your favorite games?
Aside from some of the Metroid games, for obvious reasons, I kinda have a soft spot for games like The Sims, Animal Crossing, Super Mario Maker, Doom Eternal, and Manhunt.
Oh
What
wow,
the fuck?
really? I honestly did not see those last two games coming, especially Manhunt.
What can I say? It was kinda fun.
Nothing wrong with that. Anyway, thanks for the hypermail, Boo Destroyer. Our next hypermail is from Power Gaming U. Dear Samus, if Chief is annoying to you and says perverted stuff, just ignore him. Punch him in the balls if necessary.
What the fuck? Were all of these for Sam Wilson?
Don't worry, Power. That's something I do to him most of the time if he gives me lip.
I gave Arbiter's mom lip last night. Fuck. My balls.
See? Super easy. Thanks for the hypermail, Power Gaming U.
Fuck. Ugh. Our next hypermails is from Roland Owl. Fuck my baby maker.
Want me to read that, Chief?
Fuck you.
I'll read it.
Hey.
Hi, Samus. Love your series, by the way. Zero Mission is my personal favorite. Aw, it's my favorite too. But I'm sure you know that your series has inspired tons of other 2D Metroidvania games out there. What are your 5 favorite Metroidvanias out there? And I mean 2D side-scrollers. Oh, and could you give Chief his F? He failed his math question last time.
Fuck off.
I think I just gave him his F a couple of seconds ago. Also, when you say 2D side-scroller, are we talking older ones or newer ones too? Technically, the Subspace Emissary from Super Smash Bros. Brawl counts, right? I always liked how it was portrayed in that. Aside from Smash Bros., if I had a pick, they would be Mega Man 2, Shantae and the Pirate's Curse, Super Mario World, and Hollow Knight. Anyway, yeah, those are my picks. Thanks for the hypermail.
Our last hypermail is from Korukinator. Dear Samus, I have 2 questions. What are your thoughts on Metroid music in general? Over the years, the game soundtrack evolved based on what games were released. Other than the original NES soundtrack, I call dibs on the Metroid Prime trilogy soundtrack mostly cause of the excellent use of synthesizers. Heck, one YouTube user named Cinemax does an excellent job dissecting how each synthesizer were used, such as Emu's Orbit 3 Proteus 2000 or Korg's Mini Korg. Another is what is the best fan music for the Metroid series. I'd love to hear your opinion, but in listening through my iPod, Shine Sparker's Harmony of the Hunter and HOAH 101% are hands down the best for me. Smiley face.
I actually really like the Metroid music. My favorite soundtrack would probably have to be the Metroid Prime trilogy as well. It really takes advantage of the advancements in audio design and technology, and sounds great while doing it. As for my favorite fan-made takes on the music, I've really enjoyed the remixes by DJ The S and the Noble Demon. DJ The S does some great techno remixes and mashups, and the Noble Demon does a lot of great orchestral covers. Here's a few of them.
Wow, that was a little bit better than the fucking games. But again, that is a fucking low bar to fill. Which reminds me we gots to get back to the reviews.
Before we do that, I want to thank Corruptinator for his hypermail and also thank Samus again for coming on to answer some fan mail for us.
Sure thing. Hope it wasn't too weird for any of you.
Not at all. It was actually a nice change of pace.
Of course it was fucking weird. Anyway, back to reviewing this piece of shit game. Clean this shit up. Anyway, after beating a couple of lame-ass bosses, you eventually come up to a cheapo bird stage and you have to fight a bunch of cheapo ghosts. These dudes seriously actually piss me the fuck off. Like seriously, once you got so locked on them, they vanish like Arbiter's dad.
Wait, what?
Also, they fucking show up everywhere in the cheapo range, which becomes a complete waste of times when you finally fucking realize you can just fucking run past them almost every single times. Anyway, after finding most of your weapons and beating Omega Supreme in the Phase Clan mines, you then get the last armors in the games, which makes you black and immune to the phase montages in the phase caves. Then you have to go all the way back to the Tekken overworlds and go to the impact criteria to get to the final areas. This is where the game really fucking pissed me off. Look at this shit. No, your eyes aren't playing tricks on you, my friends. After playing fucking forever, Nintendo decided the games are still too short and makes you do a fucking treasure hunt for a bunch of retarded ass cheapo artifacts so you can actually finish the games. Excuse me, but what the actual fuck, Nintendo? Why does I have to find these 12 pieces of horse crap? Did you really think your shitty games was too fucking short? And to make matters worse, these fucking things are literally actually impossible to find. You can apparently scan these things to get clues, but they're all fucking useless. So the only ways to finish the games is by either using axe or knives. And it's a fucking pain in the ass considering you have to go to all these bullshit areas again until you find them all. But why not goes and gets them all while you play? Well, the problems with that are you need specific equipments to get some of them, and the shit out of the stuff can only be gotten towards the end of the games. Like seriously, it just makes the fucking game even longer because it's not like I have other shit to do, right? Anyway, after finally finding all the cheapo artifacts and bringing them back to the impractical crater, all of a sudden you get attacked by Daisy Ridley because Krilloran just fucking died and she's super pissed off. And it shows to because she's a fucking bitch to fight. Bitch flies around after you hit her a few times with facts and logic before flying off and coming back to dive bomb you with reasons why Ray is not a Mary Sue.
He's joking, of course. Ray isn't a Mary Sue.
Yes, she is. Arbiter, shut the fuck up. Anyway, after fighting her forever, all of a sudden a cutscene happens and you think you killed her, but no, she's actually even more pissed off and gonna try attacking you on the grounds, and here's where she becomes even more of a pain in the ass. This time you have to shoot her in the mouth so she stands up straight so you can shoot her on the tits, but half of the time she just fucking lunges at you a zillion times without stopping, and it actually fucking pisses me off. You can't even get close to her because she keeps smacking you with her fucking tail. Anyway, after you finally beat Daisy Ridley, all of a sudden the cheapo statues decide to review Bond Rise of Shitwalker and shoot their laser beams at Daisy Ridley and kill her, and all I can ask is why the fuck they didn't just start off with that then. At this point you'd think this cunt would be the final bosses, but no. We still got another boss and it's probably even fucking worse. But to get to him you have to go up this fucking cavity search, which is hard as fuck because these fucking testicles with teeth keep fucking grabbing onto you and sucking your health so almost as hard as Arbiter's mom sucks my cock. It's super fucking annoying because it lowers your healths before the final bosses and you can't freeze them with your ice beams like earlier, which is fucking retarded. Motherfucker. Anyway, after you get past all that bullshit you finally fight Samus Prime, and this guy is the biggest fucking asshole in the games. He keeps changing colors so you have to keep changing your weapons colors to match his colors to kill him, and you have to use rockets and shit to use ultra lasers because the normal lasers do jack shit to him. Plus on top of that he throws like a zillion attacks at you at once and it's hard as fuck to dodge and it's super fucking annoying. Come on. Die. You piece of shit. Die blocks. For fuck's sake, stop freezing me, you cunt. God damn it, I can't see fucking shit. Piece of fucking shit, boss. Seriously, this is actually worse than the rest of the bosses in the games. Anyway, finally you manage to kill this asshole and he falls into the hole and the game is over. Thank fucking Christ. Anyway, this was the worst games ever of all times, and if I had to continue playing I'd probably fucking kill myself.
Chief.
What?
Look.
what the fuck, BBQ, what the fuck, are you fucking kidding me? No, I want you pieces of shit, stop making me play this shit, let it end, fuck, fuck this piece of shit games. You thought the fucking first Nemesis Primes was bad at first. Nintendo decided to says fuck you and add even worse versions. Unlike last times, this dude is literally invincible to everything except the lasers, and you has to stand in a phase bubble to no scope him, and he keeps switching visibility, so you has to change visors, and he sends out more teeth testicles, and on top of that I'm low on belts, so this makes the fights even harder. Fuck. Nintendo, seriously, why the fuck are your games such trash? You mean I gotta do that fight all over again? Fuck. And it doesn't even start you at Nemesis Primes, you gotta go through all that bullshit with the tooth testicles and the cavity shit again. Seriously, fuck you, Nintendo. Alright, this time I'm gonna fucking kill you, you piece of garbage. I'm gonna fucking defend your body, then fucking kill you. I'm lost. Fucking die. Oh my god, how good. Yes, good. Fucking piece of shit. God damn it. Fucking die. Fucking finally. I fucking did it. Fuck you, Nemesis Prime, you retarded piece of Cthulhu shit. Anyway, you finally beat Nemesis Prime and the Cheeto Temple blows up because good fucking riddance, who cares? Anyway, then Metroid does this shit. What the fuck, Nintendo? Are you fucking telling me all this times Metroid could fucking call this ship to fly me to all the other places and shave fucking 10 hours of shitty gameplay? Are you fucking serious right now? But at least the games is over, right? As if the game wasn't already long enough, you still has to collect every single items in the game and fight the stupid fucking final bosses again, which is some of the greatest shit ever of all times. And you know what you get for fighting every single items? You get another ending which sets up a sequel. Wow. Fucking lame. This games was actually probably fucking worse than GoldenEye and Zelda's. In fact, I'm willing to rate Metroid Prime's a 0 out of 10. Zillion. This is the worst fucking games ever of all times. Anyway, back to you, Arbiter.
Thanks, Chief, for that certainly interesting review. Anyway, I think that's about all the time we have for now. We should probably head back.
Fucking finally. I needs me some halos. Fuck.
If you have any suggestions for other games for Chief to play, feel free to leave it in the comments below. Anyway, let's head back. Ready as spaghetti, Chief?
Get me out of this fucking hellhole.
Have a great day, everyone. See you next time. Let's activate.